I bring to you greetings of His Excellency, the Governor of Central Equatoria State, General Agustino Jadala Camilo, who wanted to be here, but due to his commitments and unwell health, he could not be here with us today. He sent me to represent him, in which we are very happy to be here as the government of Central Equatoria State. On behalf of the people and the government of Central Equatoria State, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this forum, which is being hosted in Central Equatoria State and in Juba County in particular, and City Council. Welcome to Juba. I trust you are enjoying your stay as you explore the unique, the fauna and the flora, and the charming environment of our beloved city of Juba. It is my pleasure and honor and the privilege to be here and part of the grand opening of the third edition of the Juba Economic Forum under the theme Promoting Commercial Agriculture as a pathway towards economic stability, our focus being showing seeds of economic stability. The National Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the Government of Central Equatoria State, in the partnership with Central Equatoria State Business Union, organized this forum to underscore and align our focus as leaders in this country on the need to put more emphasis on the commercial agriculture for the inclusive and sustainable economic growth. As you may be aware, the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011, as amended, strongly advocates for a free market economy, where the private sector plays an important role in driving the nation's economic growth. This forum therefore acknowledges the government's firm commitment and supporting private sector-led investment to transform our country's economy. Maybe you are aware that most of the investment in the country is a private sector investment. You look at the hotels or hospitalities, and many other investments are private sector investments. And this is the direction of our government to ensure that we support private sector investment. Honorable Minister and the members of this forum, we appreciate you for declaring 2025 as the year of agriculture, and we appreciate the President of the Republic for the direction of the country towards agriculture. Furthermore, we thank you for your grand efforts in steering the nation's policy of diversification of our economy by promoting agriculture as a major revenue source of livelihood, and to reduce over-reliance on our revenue streams in financing the government budget. Honorable members and the participants of this forum, to supplement the efforts, the government of Central Equatoria State is committed to the policy of the diversification of the economy. This is anchored in the Central Equatoria State policy direction to consolidate peace and security for the sustainable economic growth through agricultural production, revival of the cooperative societies, improvement of the road networks in the state, and to the end, the government is ready to undertake the following measures: formulation and implementation of the investment-friendly legislation. And we have started when the members of the Central Equatoria State Business Committee went and gave their report to the governor. And we have seen from the presentation here, the state government has fully 100% implemented the matrix for the implementation of the recommendations and the resolutions of the previous forum. Number two is to ensure that there is a provision of agricultural investment lands to guarantee food security and food sovereignty. And this is one of the reasons that we are asking our people to respect the land acquirement policies. Because when there is continuous land grabbing, sometimes it affects when we wanted to designate a particular part of our state or part of the land in the counties for agricultural investment. That's why many of our residents, sometimes they don't get good land for settlement. Instead of taking the land which is designated for settlement, they take the land which is supposed to be designated for the agriculture, and they end up being flooded because of the low land that they are not being given by the state government. Number 3 is to ensure that we open feeder roads to access farm and production areas, provision of subsidized investment licenses, and collaboration with the national government to guarantee security for the investment. This forum therefore showcase Central Equatorial State's vibrant and unending investment opportunities, which tells our country's true story to the world on the peace and stability. It is further reflects our country as a fertile ground and a new frontier for the proactive business, particularly commercial agriculture, which makes substantial gains in domestic and foreign direct investments. Honorable ministers and the delegates of the forum, today we depend on imported food items despite agricultural potential to produce our own. We have recently had cases from the South Sudan Bureau of Standards in which they have got some food that is to be imported to the country and has aflatoxin, in which some of them were returned and others were banned. So we have a vital agriculture and fertile land for the production of food aside from importing food from outside. It is unfortunate that the reality is otherwise. We import food items like maize flour, cooking oil, milk, rice, beans, and other varieties of consumable products from our neighboring and overseas countries. This means we expensively import what we can locally produce cheaply. Also, it exposes us to the risk of the supply of shortage and the compromised qualities in case of any dispute with our trade partners within the region. These fundamental agroeconomic challenges compounded reverse earlier progress achieved on the path towards transforming South Sudan economy into a diversified, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable economy. Honorable members and the delegates, the solution to these pitfalls lies in the provision of subsidies to all investment in agriculture, including the waivers on farm inputs, implements and equipment. Additionally, we should build a capacity of our local farmers to embrace modern agricultural production techniques and technologies, including use of the yield-certified seeds, breeds, fertilizers, mechanized farming, and cross-purpose harvest food storage methods. We at the state government, we have started with this provision in which we encourage the formation of the cooperative societies, cooperative societies, all the types of the cooperative societies through our different ministries, and we empower them so that we increase the production. We will also enforce strict measures on imported duties to achieve a level playing field with the partners in East African Community Bloc. For instance, today, all finished products from South Sudan attracts 25% export tax based on the provision of East Africa Community's protocols on trade. However, the terms do not apply on agriculture imports in the country. This exposes our local producers to the high production cost and the zero returns as a direct result of unfair trade items. The members of this forum, it is our sincere and humble appeal to you to advance the formulation of the policies and the legislation on the value-added tax, and I'm happy that the members from the national legislature are here. When we have formulation on the policy and in legislation on the value-added tax with the reference to the terms in the East Africa Community Trade and Investment Protocols, it will help the country and help the investors and the producers in the country. We furthermore appeal for your urgent interventions on the need to harmonize cross-border foreign exchange rates with our trade partners within the East African Community member states. The members of the forum, in conclusion, the Central Equatorial State Government is open for business. And we mean business when we say we are open for business. Once again, thank you very much for listening. Central Equatorial State will be committed to work with you and with your institutions. Thank you very much.